Singapore Sling is one of those movies that had quite a notorious reputation as something that was just a little bit pushing the boundaries, a little bit sordid and twisted and unnerving. And it was a little bit of trepidation. I finally put it into the player, hit play, and discovered something that was, well, rather wonderful. This black and white Greek movie has basically three characters. We have mother, we have daughter, and we have Singapore Sling. At the start of this one, you see mother and daughter burying someone that they've brutally murdered. And throughout the conversation and the voiceover, we discover that this is not the first time they've done something like this.
Night in the garden. The burial of our chauffeur.
Now, Singapore Sling, the strange man who is on the chase for some mythical person called Laura, stumbled across these people and fall into their trap. He's wounded. He is taken back to their house and nursed back to health. But once he's back to his health, they start to subject him to all kind of depraved things, forcing him into situations where he doesn't want to be. That's the kind of basic premise for Singapore Sling, but what I found fascinating about this was its nods to film noir, the way that it kind of heralded its fetish nature as a badge of honour, the way it really included people, the viewer, into the film by having the performers directly talk to them as though commentating on what was happening, and then playing that sequence out, or playing it out and then telling us about it. It had this wonderful way which was kind of funny and tongue-in-cheek at the same time.
When all of a sudden we were startled by a sharp ring at the door. Who could it be at this time of night, Mother asked me.
Who could it be at this time of night?
There is definite nods to this noir feeling about it as they hunt for a mystical figure of Laura, whom I don't know if they're real or not, if it's just one of the characters that the daughter plays throughout the film, or if this is just happenstance. It doesn't matter. It's about these three people pushing boundaries, pushing each other to do things that are more and more depraved, that are driven by sexuality and degradation, that are just horrible people.
In the end, he ran screaming with a knife in his belly and splattered blood all over our house.
And unfortunate circumstances that these three people have come together because they just seem to incite the worst behaviour from each other. And the black and white photography offers a really stark image. Again, it leads into that noirish feeling of it, the kind of beige, long-coated private investigator feeling, these women that are dressed up in these dresses when they have clothes on. But it's the kind of tongue-in-cheek nod that the characters have, the way that they all refer to the viewer, including you in with the depravity that is on show, as they include you into it in your voyeurism nature that is going on while going through this film, that I found to be fascinating. It's a film that was entertaining, and at no point was I repulsed by anything that was going on. I took it as anything, as a kind of tongue-in-cheek comedy of moments where they were doing some things that were just kind of icky, but they were all trying to provoke a reaction, almost to see how far they could push the boundaries before someone would ultimately chicken out or say it's too far for them. And they're slowly pushing the line further down the sand, if you know what I mean. Which was incredibly funny to me, to watch these people almost refuse to back down and to push things further and further.
No, that's Father's knife. Oh, don't hurt me.
I feel there's a lot more in Singapore Sling to be mined out of this movie. On a first watch, it was an assault to the senses. You had so many things that felt familiar. You had so many things that were there just to disgust. It was bloody and gory. It was definitely motivated by those sexual urges that the characters had. The lack of self-worth throughout all the characters as well is more than apparent. The idea of that noir feeling that is all the way through this, but a very sordid and twisted, bastardized version of that was something that was deeply fascinating to me. I don't proclaim to fully get the movie on a first watch, and I like that. I like that it's going to draw me back into this obscene and obnoxious world, to delve into this horrible nature, to be included in this horrible nature again and try to figure out what the hell is going on here.
I'm the owner of this house. Last night in the storm, you rang our doorbell, and because of your condition, we decided to offer you our hospitality.
Very kind of us.
This isn't as horrific or as off-putting as some other movies, like, say, a Serbian film that's just, you know, those kind of icky movies. This is something that I would definitely say check out. It is a boundary pusher, but in a good way, I think. I yeah, my opinion anyway. But I would love to know your opinion of this one. I need to know your opinion of this movie. So let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, whether you absolutely hated it, whether you just found it, which I'd be interested in as well, because I feel it's a love-hate kind of movie, and I want to know your opinion. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.